Wait, what? Opponent, what are you doing? Opponent, what are you doing? Opponent, what are you doing? You can't do this to yourself. It's not allowed. No, opponent, come on. My fair citizens of Sodium City, we have Land Plug 1.0. So this is going to be more of a control archetype type of deck. We're doing a lot of just maintaining our board state, trying to prevent the opponent from doing anything, and then eventually killing them with our Kaya Orzhov Usurper. So we have two win conditions for this deck. Our primary one is going to be Kaya Orzhov Usurper, which is a great card. I actually like it a little bit more in the current meta because there are a lot of cheap creatures that she can exile. So Kaya is a 3-mana planeswalker with 3 loyalty. It's kind of small, right? Has a +1 of exile up to 2 target cards from a single graveyard. You gain 2 life if at least 1 creature card was exiled this way. Now, it's really important to note that it's at least 1 creature is exiled this way. So if they have 2 creature cards in their graveyard and you exile both of those cards, you get 2 life. If you go to their graveyard and you exile one of those 2 cards, you get 2 life. So again, if they have 2 creatures in their graveyard and you're going up against an aggro deck at that point, most likely, you're only going to want to exile one of them so you get 2 life, and then the next turn you can exile the other card and get another 2 life. You want to make sure that you do that. You want to optimize it as much as possible. And then she has a -1 of exile target non-land permanent with converted mana cost 1 or less. This is good against goblins, so you can kill Esker Proctor or Prospector. You can kill the Launor Elf or the Gilded Goose. You can kill the cat from Cat Oven, or you can kill the oven itself. There's quite a few things that you can actually do with this. Kai's pretty powerful. Then, of course, her actual win condition is going to be the -5. She deals damage to target player equal to the number of cards that player owns in exile, and you gain that much life. Now, of course, it would take super long in order to just exile cards 2 at a time in order to get enough things in their exile to kill them with the -5. So with that, we are going to use Ashiok Dreamrender as help. So Ashiok's just another 3-mana planeswalker, has the passive of your opponent can't search their library with spells that they control, so it shuts down Fabled Passage, Cultivate, Emergent Ultimatum, a lot of really cool stuff. So Ashiok's fantastic. And then it has the -1 of target player mills the top 4 cards of their library into their graveyard, and then you exile each opponent's graveyard. So you're going to mill 4 of their library, and then you're going to exile their entire graveyard. So this just speeds up Kaya's ultimate so much faster. You're able to put more cards in there, and so you don't have to worry about continuously plussing Kaya more and more just because Ashiok exiles so many cards by itself. Super fun. As for the ramp that we have, we're just utilizing Blood Sun and Lotus Field. Now this is my favorite, probably my favorite kind of ramp. So Blood Sun is just a 3-mana enchantment. When it comes into play, you draw a card, which is obviously amazing. It's just a cantrip in and of itself. But then it has all lands lose all abilities except mana abilities. This is fantastic because it shuts down Search for Azcanta. It shuts down castles. It shuts down World Tree. It does a lot of really cool stuff. However, most importantly, it shuts down Lotus Field. Now, Lotus Field typically has hexproof, so it no longer has hexproof. Usually enters battlefield tapped, no longer enters battlefield tapped. And then you usually have to sacrifice 2 lands when it enters the battlefield. You no longer have to sacrifice 2 lands. So it's not hexproof, but it comes into play untapped, and you don't have to sacrifice lands, and it still taps for 3 mana of any one color. So Lotus Field is just fantastic. It's just 1 land that equals 3 mana if you have Blood Sun out. It's an amazing card. Our main source of card advantage is really just going to come from Mazemind Tome. So Mazemind Tome is a 2-mana artifact. You could tap, put a page counter on it, and scry 1, which is cool. Or you get to pay 2, tap, put a page counter on it, and draw a card. This is what we're going to try to do more often than not. The only time I will really ever scry is if I need to hit a land drop, or if I need to get a board wipe, or if I need life. So I almost never, I get really greedy with it. I almost never scry. I try to draw. I'll leave it on the battlefield for like 5 or 6 turns just so that I could get their draw. It's really important to me. So after 4 or more page counters are put on it, exile it, and then gain 4 life. This is just good in general because gaining life is good, turns out. Another form of card advantage is going to be through Blood Sun, because when it comes into battlefield, draw a card. And then we have Confounding Conundrum, which once again, when it comes into battlefield, draw a card. This is a 2-mana enchantment. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under an opponent's control, if that player had another land enter the battlefield under their control this turn, they have to return a land to their hand. So this is amazing because of the fact that we're running Fall of the Thran and Settle the Wreckage. So Fall of the Thran, when it comes into the battlefield, destroy all lands. That's super cool, but the next turn, each player returns 2 land cards from their graveyard to the battlefield. So if we don't exile their graveyard with Ashiok, like if we don't have an Ashiok, then what they're going to do is they're going to bring 2 lands from their graveyard to the battlefield, which is going to turn on Confounding Conundrum 2 times. So they have to actually take those 2 lands that they just put in the battlefield and put them into their hand. Yes, you are still guaranteeing their land drops, but if you have more than 1 Confounding Conundrum out, they have to return, like even if they played a land or played a land the next turn, whatever they have to do, they have to return so many lands. And this is also great with Settle the Wreckage, because if it is a creature deck and they attack with a bunch of creatures, you do Settle the Wreckage, then they search their library for a bunch of lands. They can put them onto the battlefield if they decide to. If they do, it's hilarious, especially if you have more than 1 Conundrum out, because they're going to put like 4 or 5 lands onto the battlefield, and then they're going to have to return like 10 lands. And it's hilarious when it happens. It's really funny, because a lot of people just don't see it coming, because most people don't run into Confounding Conundrum. There's still people that do land, like a Fabled Passage, crack it, or there's people that do a land and then Cultivate. Cultivate also gets people, and Ashiok shuts off Cultivate as well. But then we have Explore, the Explore gamers. We mess with those people. It's a lot of it's really, really funny. It does some funny things, but that's our main form of card advantage. And then of course we have Sunbird's Invocation as a more high-end card advantage, I guess you could say. This is just a 6-mana enchantment. Whenever you cast a spell from your hand, reveal the top X cards of your library, where X is that spell's converted mana cost. You may cast a card revealed this way with converted mana cost X or less without paying its mana cost, put the rest at the bottom of your library in a random order. So if you have Sunbird's Invocation out and you cast something like Ruinous Ultimatum, Ruinous Ultimatum costs 7 mana. Now, you look at the top 7 cards of your library, and let's say you have a Fall of the Thran in the top 7. Fall of the Thran costs 6 mana, so you can cast Fall of the Thran for free. Let's say you have an Ashiok out on the board already, then you can exile all their lands after that. Let's say you just have Fall of the Thran in your hand, cast Fall of the Thran. You look at the top 6 cards of your library, one of them's an Ashiok. You're like, all right, put Ashiok on the battlefield, Fall of the Thran resolves, destroys all lands, and then you exile all of them with Ashiok. Or, again, alternatively, you can get a Confounding Conundrum, so the next turn when Fall of the Thran has everyone put 2 lands onto the battlefield, it makes them return lands. So it's a lot of really funny things. There's a lot of really cool little tiny synergy thingamabobs, but that would be our main source of card advantage. However, but in this particular deck, I would not recommend building it. I dare you to touch it with a 10-foot pole, but this is a pet project. You could definitely work on this. I really like Kaya. I haven't used Kaya in a very long time, especially just in conjunction with Ashiok as a good win condition. So I'm thinking Kaya, and the more I used her and the more I got her out and resolved her, she was actually extremely useful. So I think Kaya has a ton of potential right now. And of course, Fall of the Thran, one of my favorite cards. I would say take this deck, mess around with it, see what you can come up with, but let me know in the comment section below. I really want to see your list. But this current list is running 49 rares and 6 mythics, which is a fuck ton. So again, I wouldn't recommend building this, but I would recommend tweaking it and letting me know what you come up with. Notice that a lot of you aren't subscribed to the channel yet, so if you do like the content, make sure to hit that subscribe button, bell notification. I do come out videos 7 days a week, and you will get notified every single time I do, and you don't want to miss a single one. And as for yesterday's comment question of the day, I asked you, I'm always looking for new series ideas, so since I've killed off Farming Fridays, I would like to know if you have any ideas for new series to come out with. Here are your answers. And if you want your comment featured in these videos, make sure that you answer the comment question of the day every single day, 7 days a week in the comment section below. Stay salty and enjoy the games. All right. So I think there's a couple things I might change with the channel. So let me know what you think about it down below in the comment section. So I know that I asked yesterday, it was either yesterday or the day before that, I was asking if anyone had any ideas for like a new series or something that I could do once a week. But now I'm thinking for just like the normal days, something like this video, I would just do 10 games, period. So if the games are really short, you know, it would be a shorter video. It would be like, you know, 30 minutes or whatever. But if the games were longer, because it was a slower deck or something, then the video would just be longer. It could be like an hour and a half long. I'm not sure if that's something that anyone would be interested in, if it was just like 10 games. Sometimes it would be longer, but sometimes it might be shorter. I'm not exactly sure. So if you had any ideas like that, definitely let me know. I'd be really interested to see if anyone has any ideas, because I'm always looking for ideas. Don't really, I mean, I want that because I have Follow the Thran. Let's just do this anyway. But yeah, let me know. I'm always interested what everyone has to say. Because again, the content is primarily for you all. I don't like that at all. Well, that's big. I'm gonna need to get a Settle the Wreckage. Do I even? Okay, I do have a second source. Don't need another land, actually. Don't know if I'm dead. Oh yeah, they just make, if they have a land, they just make a Dawn of Hope token, and I think I'm dead. Right? Oh. Just kidding. Or they do that. Or they do that. Yikes. It was an odd mono white deck. It's weird with Dawn of Hope. I like the inclusion of Dawn of Hope with this because it applies consistent pressure with the angels, although I don't think most angel decks run Heliod either. So that's odd to see. But yeah. It's a hard deck for us to beat. We do have 4 Settle the Wreckages, I believe. The reason we're running 4 Settle the Wreckages is because we have Follow the Thran, which destroys all lands, and then earlier we bottomed an Ashiok, which exiles their graveyard. So making them get lands out of their library so that we can destroy them and mill them and exile them is exactly what we want to do, because that thins out their deck, so they only start drawing stuff that they can't cast. They're drawing less lands. They have less chance to draw land. That's the theory behind it, and it also helps against shit like this. But yeah, that's unfortunate. All right, well, let's make sure the microphone isn't on mute for 2 games. That's probably a good idea, I would say. Yeah, I'd say that's probably a good idea. It does suck getting Fall of the Thran in the opening hand. We have no ramp. I think we're probably okay just because we have the Mazemind Tome. Mazemind Tome should help, like, thin out our draws. So we are only running 25 lands, but we have 4 Seagate Restorations, 2 Shatterskull Summits, and 4 Valakut Awakenings. So we do have quite a bit of land. Main phase growth spiral. Ballsy. Alright, and they missed the land drop from it. So that's actually really good. Perfect. That's what we like to see. Bant missed land drop. My favorite deck to play against. Alright, let's try to get a good game. Opponent, you should not keep a 2-land hand if you are a Bant deck. Probably. Unless you're playing a Strider deck, probably shouldn't keep 2-land handers. Maybe an aggro. Aggro decks could probably pull it off, but usually Bant is control, and I don't think you should ever keep a 2-lane hander with control, even if you only have 1 growth spiral. It's like, I think it was a bad keep. The opponent, I believe, knew it was also a bad keep, and that's why they gave up. I think I'm gonna hold back my Soul Guide Lantern, actually. Ooh, I love Abundant Harvest. So they're revealed. Okay. So red, blue, green. Okay. Oops. I'm going to exile that. I forgot that Mind Stone came into play untapped or something and tapped for mana. That was really nice. Opponent's name is Mana Slur. Oh, they had another one anyway. Didn't even fucking matter. I assume they're gonna do land again? Oh, just kidding. Damn, they can play that Stormwing entity already. Huh, interesting. This kind of sucks. This is a bad situation for us to be in. Three, four. I mean, if we get a Lotus Field off the top, I think I might have to draw a card here. If we get a Lotus Field off the top, that's gonna help. We do have 2 white, so we can do a board wipe. I might actually sacrifice this to draw a card. I think I have to. Pretty sure I have to find. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have to find a board wipe. I don't get one. Yeah, one of the exile and pop. Shit. It probably. It sucks that they're keeping back that Stormwing. I would like to kill it. I almost don't even want to run. Like, fucking any mana rocks at this point. They're just like getting in the way almost. Yep, that fucking hurts. God damn it. Alright, well. That's a good card, but I needed it before the 2 Fall Thrans. Yeah, I need to get a Lotus Field or I'm dead. I think I'm pretty much dead anyway. So it's 8, 9 minimum. 10, 11, 12, yeah. We dead.
I feel like I'm dead. I'm alive, but I'm dead.
Is this Temur Magecraft? Yeah, it sucks. Alright. The deck is fine. Except I'm gonna take out one of those, added another Ashiok. Maybe? I think Cold Steel Heart stays. I think we can take out the 4 Mind Stones, take out a Mazemind Tome, and let's add another 2 mana thing. What's good for 2 mana? Any board wipes? So you have 2 Day Judgments, 3 Settles, and 3 Doomskars. So we have 8 board wipes. I wouldn't mind more card draw, to be honest. Birth Meletis is nice, but it's too narrow, I think. It's a 4-color deck, even though we need the planes. Just don't think it's good enough. So we have Cold Steel Hearts, and then we have Chromatic Lanterns, just a couple of them. That's probably good enough. Definitely want some early stuff. So Revitalize, maybe. Probably not. I mean, not really. It's nice to get the life. I don't think getting... Let's see. Let's try that. Storm. Opt. I mean, Opt is always nice, but I don't think it's good enough. Ooh, Confounding Conundrum. It's a good idea. It's a good idea. Yeah, that's a good idea. I think I like that. I think I like that. Then I believe that's it, right? We're gonna need another early blue source. Another white blue. So 26, 30. Yeah, because we took out a little bit of ramp. We took out the Mind Stones and just threw in the Cold Steel Hearts. So adding another land, I think, is really smart. All right, so we're gonna go down to 2 Kayas. Go up a Day of Judgment. Maybe 2? Let's do that. Maybe this will work. Who knows? Adding 2 more board wipes. Hopefully that fixes it. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. Alright, we are going to turn this into a winning deck. For real. So we have Settle the Wreckage with Conundrum, as well as Fall the Thran, right? So we have all the good shit that should annoy people. Should. I really don't like Lotus Field and Blood Sun in 80 card decks, just because it's not consistent enough. Initially we had Stifle in the deck, but I ended up taking it out. It's like the same fucking hand. It's like the same fucking hand. Popcorn! Alright, well, we got something. Are they Simic Flash? I don't think they're Bant. Gross. Alright, well, it's not good. So our Valakut Awakening is essentially useless, right? No. Okay. Yeah, it's basically 3 mana, draw a card on their turn. That's essentially it. I don't know if there's any way we can win this game. Do 0? Okay, so they're signifying that they have a counter spell. Huh. I should not have done that. It's fine. It's fine. Problem is, they have a lot of mana already. They're not going to be missing any land drops. Which is quite an issue. Opponent? There you go. Yeah. Yeah, they're keeping up counterspell protection.
You know what?
Nothing I can do about this. Okay, glad I did that. Jesus. Didn't really want that. Come on. Bruh! Why? Why? Why are you taking so long? I mean, they're gonna cast Approach of the Second Sun next turn. They already know. But at least we get to draw with Mazemind Tome now.
Keep up the pace.
Alright, well, this is bad.
Nature's true power.
You think that's counterspell mana? Ooh. Mm-hmm. Do I? Eh. Why not? I feel like they're on full control. They're not even holding up counter spells or anything. But this will test it. They could tuck it. Memory lapse. Okay. Typical. Does that flip? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They have 10 mana. 11, 12. 13, 14. Yeah, and they can untap one of those forests. Ooh. Wait, yeah. They can untap the Temple Garden and win.
Hurry.
If they have it.
Harness the elements.
Okay, here is the moment of truth skis. Do they have the counter? Let's see. Let's see it. 3, 6, 9. I can survive one more turn. Maybe I should have hit that Temple Garden because it's their only white source. See, it's cases like that where I just don't know what they're thinking about. Like, why does it take you so long? I just will never understand. Okay. Oh. Approach decks. What are you gonna do? If you want to see me build and play all these decks live, then go ahead and make sure to follow me over at twitch.tv/StriderStone. I stream 5 days a week, every day except Monday and Thursday. Schedule's in the description below, or you can click on that little card up there on the top right-hand corner of the video. Okay. So we basically have to take this and rip apart almost everything. Take out all the blue. Oh no, we do need blue. We do need blue. We are going 4 colors still. We are cutting it down a lot, though. 24 lands is probably too low. The only blue we need is for Conundrum. So let's get a white blue here. 25 lands with Mazemind Tome, Conundrum, Blood Sun, Lotus Field, Ashiok, Sunbirds. This might work a bit better. Let's try this. So we ripped it down 20 cards. Hopefully it's more consistent that way. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I gotta do even more board wipes. Yeah, we're still losing to aggro. We're still losing to aggro. Okay, we can Kaya. Yeah, I think Kaya's fine here.
Want something bad? Funny, that's what I do.
And then next turn we can shock that into Mazemind Tome and draw. Nice. Wait, what? Opponent, what are you doing? Opponent, what are you doing? Opponent, what are you doing?
Don't do it!
You can't do this to yourself. It's not allowed. No, opponent, come on. Can't possibly. Ah, shit.
Welcome here anymore.
Alright. They're also running counter spells, so. Fuck them. Teysa! Oh no. You know what? Let's just do that. Let's go to the white side. I just draw a card here. Well, that's not
Now it's dearly departed.
very nice. I don't really want to get flooded right now. Okay, we got another dodge. I kind of want to get more with the dodge than just the Paradise Druid, but you know. Okay, well, now I'll at least get that too, right? I wonder if they attack the Kaya yet. Probably not. Okay. Does not seem like it. I'm going to exile one, because once again, yeah, you only get health if you exile one. It's one or more. So exiling two still only gives you life for one. Only gives you 2 life regardless. Okay. quite know what the opponent's doing. It could be a saw coming. Oh my god. Alright, sure. You got it, opponent. Feel like there's better things for you to be countering. But, no, we'll take them. I'll definitely take it. I mean, I'm not gonna not take it. Them losing out on a counterspell is pretty nice. It's pretty nice. And I got more in the exile. That's got to get a counter. There you go. Like, there's no way this doesn't get a counter. But, again, one more card in exile. Beautiful. Yeah, Follow the Thran is going to be nice if we can stick it. It's just... Can we stick it? That's the hardest part. My Kaya's at 9 now. 8. Yeah. Even doing Kaya twice doesn't do anything for us. I need an Ashiok. If I can get an Ashiok, that'd be great. Yeah, I mean, might as well, right? When in Rome, do as the Kayas do. Something. Opponent, what are you doing? Opponent, did you not learn from the first time? They did not. Okay, I will definitely exile that guy's blessing. 100%. I will exile that too. Thank you.
Sorry, was that dear to you?
All right. I'm very confused. All of a sudden Vorinclex and Spark Double and shit. All of a sudden they have like good things. Well, this is cool. As long as they don't get another guy's blessing. Hey. Oh, fuck. Please attack. Please attack. Thank you. I appreciate it. So they do get to draw 7, which is quite unfortunate. But if they put that land on the battlefield, it's even more that they have to return to their hand. Yes, yes, do it. Do it. I dare you. I double dog dare you. They didn't do it. They knew. They knew too much. Okay, well. Now we know what they have. I didn't see what they were doing earlier. I didn't even expect everything else. I would love, if I got an Ashiok, that would be obscene. I only have one left. I still have 2 Fallen Thrans. Is Anger 8? This is not what I wanted at all. Let's get that Vorinclex and this one. They have a ton of creatures now, so I have no problems. I have no problems doing 2 creatures. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They have 7 right now. I mean, if I get a creature, I'm pretty sure I win. Okay. Do this. Then we're gonna do this. And then... And they have so many lands in the graveyard. Doesn't even fucking matter. I don't want either of those ever coming back.
Never come back.
Each player returns to... I think they have to return to, right? And if you have to return too, you're bringing a couple land. You're putting all your lands back in your hand. I think this is the first time I've actually used this stupid fucking combo. It's so stupid. It's funny, and I think it's better with Settle the Wreckage as well. It fucks with people even more. But it's quite comical, I must admit. Alright, let's do another one because I still have high hopes. Although I feel that we should probably just take out Sunbird's Invocation. I know, it sounds lame. Sounds lame. I like all of this except for the fact that we don't have a Blood Sun. But we can find it, right? We have a Mazemind Tome. We don't have a blue source either, which sucks. But we can still Mazemind Tome, try to find some shit. We are on the draw as well. This could just end up being a really bad keep. Hello, we're gonna pretend that we're mono red as well. Shock to the face. Haha! So predictable. Okay. So I do want a Blood Sun, but ooh, is it lizards? No. We're just gonna draw a card from here and then throw down Lotus Field. And then next turn we can Triome. This might get a counterspell out of their hands. Kind of assuming it does. Oh. Okay. We got a Lizard's Retort. I like that. We can Kaya with 2 extra mana, right? No. Kaya with 1 extra mana. We had 2 extra mana. We could also draw a card from the Mazemind Tome. Don't touch my Ashioks.
No touchy.
Aww. Alright, Ashiok. Well, you absorbed some damage. It's good. Good for you. Yeah, I could take a dodge. Hopefully it's not a Spell Pierce. Lizard's Lightning. Jesus. Alright. Yeah, Is It Burn is pretty brutal. But if we can get the Kaya down, I think we'll be okay. Alright. One of those and one of those. Easy 2 life. Let's go Kaya-ya. Kaya-ya, Kaya-ya. I would like to draw cards with this, but if I have to... Alright, well, I kind of wanted that land. 2 bottom? Alright, we like to see that. We like those. Oh, that's great. This stops their castle? Fuck. Damn it. They know too much. But they don't care? I don't know. No idea. No idea. That was a weird game. I don't know if I want to stop off on that one. We'll do another one. We'll do another one. And like I said, I believe the 60 card version is much better. I like going first when we have Conundrum in hand. I do like the artwork for these pathways. The blue pathway right here is really pretty. Sweet. We can get a Lotus Field, that'd be obscene. Oh my god. Opponent, what are you doing? Opponent. Opponent missed a land drop. Oh no. Do they counter it? It'd suck if they did. Okay, cool. Oh my gosh, that's obscene. Alright, if they let this through and then they try to cultivate, I have nothing. There's no sadness. Cut to ribbons? What is this deck? Green, blue, red, black. It's 4 color something or other. I mean, we're blowing up all this shit, unless they counter it. didn't really have lands before. Like, I don't know if that does anything for you, opponent. I don't think it does anything for you. Yeah. Yeah, I think it does literally nothing. At the end of the day, this deck went 5-11, which is fucking atrocious. We auto lost to mono white and mono red just every single time. Gruul aggro. We basically lost to every single aggro deck. Green elves. It was just very, very bad. But once we ended up cutting it down to a 60 card deck instead of an 80 card deck, it felt a lot better. It was a bit more consistent of what it kind of where it needed to be, because before when we were doing the 80 card deck, it went 1-3, 1-1, 0-1, 0-2. So it was very, very bad and very inconsistent. But now once we made the changes, it went 3-4. However, it definitely needs quite a big makeover. I just didn't have enough time to put in that much love to the deck. So what I'm gonna do is I will be going back to this deck, revisiting it, doing like maybe a makeover, a deck makeover kind of series, and just kind of ripping it apart, fixing it up, making it just a better deck in general, and we'll kind of build from there and see what we can figure it out. Thank you all so much for watching. If you made it to this point, it means you either really enjoyed the video or you fell asleep and I'm waking you up now. Either way, thank you for all the support. I really do appreciate it. If you want to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification, come out with videos 7 days a week.